Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Life with PTSD with your host, Chris PTSD. So I haven't been on in a while. Main reason is my content just sucked. You know, I talk about doom and gloom, PTSD, it fucking sucks. Yeah, I'll keep talking about the emotions, you know, everything, all that. Coping mechanisms, but I'm gonna start focusing more on the day-to-day aspects. That's right. You know, one aspect I want to talk about is let's talk about it right now. Right now, I am on my way to Milwaukee for a third hearing for my my union job. Corporation, I got fired back in July. Got deadlocked a couple times. So here I am on my way to the third and final hearing where it'll be decided by an arbitrator. Now, with that being said, it's fucking tough to keep a job because it's so difficult to deal with people now that I have this shit. So I've had some time off. That's probably the reason I started the page. I had the time off, and I'm like, you know what? I need an outlet, and right now I still need an outlet. One thing I realized last, couple months, I say I'm a lot, is that sitting is the worst thing anybody with any mental condition can do. That's the most, for me, it was the most dangerous thing that I could have done, was to sit around and mope, and I did. I did not drink. I have to be clear about that. You know, I am abstinent from alcohol. I am on the Mary Jane maintenance program, tough shit. We all get sober. We all have different versions of sober. Mine keeps me alive, so that's my version of it. And it helps out a lot with the shit that goes through my head on a day-to-day, minute-to-minute, whatever. Now, what I've been doing, instead of sitting on my ass, I got to a point I was getting more depressed. I was literally sitting on a chair all day when I'm used to walking 15 miles a day, and it's not good for the psyche. It wasn't good for my emotional health, my mental health. My partner was worried about me. I was worried about me, but I did not drink, and I'm lucky enough where it's not even a thought of mine, and I don't know how that happens. I'm not a 12-stepper. I need to be honest. If there is God, I'm not a fan of him, but if you believe in him, we all have the free will to make our own decisions, and the free will to not judge others too, based on. Now, even through my sitting, one thing I tried to do was stay off social media, because that can just push your brain to mush. And as someone who always is in fight or flight mode, the news can be scary sometimes. Or social media, even news. But I started to learn about different things. I have a drone. I wanted to learn about drone photography. It's something it's kind of a passion of mine, but it's just a passion. I don't know if I want to turn it into a career. I learned how to edit videos, which is something I didn't think I'd ever learn how to do. I pick different subjects, and my brain, that's the way it works. It just goes from thing to thing to thing. But I'm learning to learn more and to focus on bettering myself. Because, I mean, the other decision is to not, as much as it hurts and it'd be easy to, but why give into that? So that first month, and it's been almost 5 months now almost exactly 5 months since I got fired. I went through so many emotions, so much more anger, more guilt, more shame. It's like piling on layers and layers and layers. It's like Atlas having the world on his shoulders, but it's not just one world. You get him, it's like an ice cream cone, and it gets heavy. And the emotions that I was going through, none of them. The only joy that I felt, as fucked up as this sounds, is that it still was not the worst day of my life, and that's the truth. Nothing will ever compare to that. I hope not. But up to this point, some bad shit can happen to me, and you know what? Still not the worst shit that's happened. And as I mentioned, my partner is getting worried, and I was too. I didn't know what I was gonna do. One thing that I learned how to do is to worry all the time. I mean, like on my body, I feel it tense up like a spring, and then I have to tell myself to relax. I mean, that's what my body does all day long. This, and I realize it, and I calm down, and then I come back. So it's put me in an extreme hypervigilance, I'm all over the place. Now, throughout this time, I also have not had access to my therapy because of my health insurance lapse, and that's been really unfortunate. The fortunate part of that is I've been able to learn a lot of coping techniques that have worked for me, and I use different ones for, I guess, different situations. What that combination is yet, I don't know, and my body just does things. I have to feel it, and I have to find a way to cope because I don't drink. And that was my way to feel numb, like not feeling anything. Even though now I'm numb, it's a different numb. It's a painful numb, and it's a grasping type numbness. And not drinking it's learning how to live as a new person and how to manage this stuff. It's two different things that I'm kind of going through, I guess, but one and the same. I'm a different person now because of my trauma, and then I was learning who I was without the booze. Then the trauma happened, and now I'm just all like, who am I? What am I? Why am I here? Why not me? Those questions that people with that suffer from shame and guilt ask themselves. Now, somewhere in this whirlwind of emotions, I cannot talk right now, it dawned on me that I probably shouldn't work for somebody else anymore, because I don't know how many react to certain things, and that can be dangerous if you have an employer who does not understand or care about your mental health. So, by things that I was learning, I thought, hey, I'm gonna try this business. So I've been putting business together. So I haven't been sitting on my ass. I've been doing something to help myself get through today. Because I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know what tomorrow's not promised. Hell, tonight's not even promised. So I take it day by day. But anyways, that's my rant for today. How was it, the 3rd, I think? Yeah, I think Monday the 3rd. I don't even know. Every day's Groundhog Day for me. So that's my rant. And I will try and talk more and maybe upload a little bit more tomorrow and be more consistent. Just kind of let you see my life as it goes into whatever the fuck it goes into. So, be safe out there, peeps. Remember, you're not alone. And